After 60, health stops being about looking good. It becomes about something far more important: walking without pain, standing without fear of falling, getting out of bed without stiffness deciding your day. And yet, many people are still told the same advice they heard decades ago: just eat more vegetables. But what if some of those vegetables are quietly working against you? Some weaken bones, some inflame joints, some spike blood sugar so fast you feel exhausted an hour later. And no one explains why. Because confusion keeps people buying and aging bodies pay the price. In this video, I'll rank for vegetables you should seriously limit after 60, and for vegetables that help preserve strength, balance, and independence. This isn't about fear. It's about freedom. Before we continue, tell us in the comments which vegetable is on your plate most often. And have you ever noticed stiffness, bloating, or fatigue afterward? Your experience helps others. Let's start with the vegetables that may quietly harm aging bodies. Vegetable number 1. Beets. Let's talk about one of the most misunderstood vegetables in aging nutrition. Beets. They're everywhere: juices, powders, salads, smoothies. And they're constantly praised for one reason: blood pressure. Beets increase nitric oxide, which helps blood vessels relax. Sounds great, but here's what almost no one tells you. After 60, beets can quietly damage to critical systems: your kidneys and your bones. The reason is oxalates. Beets are one of the highest oxalate foods you can eat. Oxalates bind to calcium and form calcium oxalate crystals. These crystals are responsible for most kidney stones, and they're not soft. They're sharp, painful, and damaging. But that's only half the problem. Oxalates also block calcium absorption in the intestines. So even if you're doing everything right, eating calcium-rich foods, taking supplements, trying to protect your bones, the calcium may never get absorbed. Instead, it gets wasted. The consequences add up. Bone density declines faster, fracture risk increases, muscle recovery slows, kidney stone risk rises. After 60, this is especially dangerous because bone loss plus a fall is one of the fastest paths to loss of independence. Research confirms this risk. A study in nephrology research showed that high oxalate diets increased urinary oxalate by over 40%, while significantly reducing calcium absorption. That's a double hit. Now here's the smart alternate. You can still support blood pressure without overwhelming your kidneys. Choose arugula, celery. Both provide natural nitrates. Both are low in oxalates. Both support circulation without sabotaging bone health. Bottom line, beets may seem harmless, but after 60, they can quietly undermine the very systems that keep you mobile and independent. Nutrition should strengthen your future, not steal from it. Vegetable number 2, green bell peppers. Green bell peppers seem harmless. They're crunchy. They're colorful. They're found in salads, stir-fries, and healthy meal plans everywhere. Most people assume they're doing their body a favor, but for adults over 60, green bell peppers can quietly promote chronic inflammation, the kind that slowly chips away at strength, balance, and clarity. The issue isn't vitamins. It's not calories. It's something far less talked about: lectins. Green bell peppers belong to the nightshade family and contain higher levels of lectins than their fully ripened counterparts. Lectins are plant proteins designed to protect plants, but inside the human body, especially an aging one, they can cause trouble. Lectins bind to the lining of the intestines. In younger, resilient digestive systems, this may cause little noticeable effect. But after 60, when digestion is naturally more sensitive, lectins can interfere with nutrient absorption, damage the gut barrier. Sometimes called leaky gut, trigger persistent low-grade inflammation. This inflammation doesn't announce itself loudly. It doesn't feel like food poisoning. Instead, it shows up quietly over time. Joint stiffness that seems to come out of nowhere. Muscle fatigue that lasts longer than it should. Nerve discomfort. Brain fog. A subtle decline in balance or strength. And many people assume it's just aging. But often, it's gut-driven inflammation. When the gut lining is irritated, absorption of critical nutrients drops, nutrients that older adults depend on more than ever, including vitamin B12. essential for nerve function and mental clarity. Magnesium, crucial for muscle control and preventing cramps. Anti-inflammatory, antioxidants, which protect joints and blood vessels. So, even if you're eating healthy, your body may not be receiving what it needs. Here's an important self-check if you notice bloating, joint stiffness, fatigue, or brain fog after meals that include green bell peppers. It may not be age catching up with you. It may be inflammation. The solution isn't to avoid vegetables. It's to choose the right ones. Better options include red bell peppers, fully ripened, significantly lower in lectins, and far higher in antioxidants. Zucchini, gentle on digestion, anti-inflammatory, and easy for aging intestines to handle. Bottom line, green bell peppers look innocent, but after 60, they can quietly disrupt gut health, setting off inflammation that affects your joints, nerves, and energy. Healthy aging begins in the gut, and small food changes can make a surprisingly big difference. Vegetable number 3, tomatoes. For many people, tomatoes are comfort food. Pasta sauce, tomato soup, fresh slices on sandwiches. They've been part of meals for decades. So, when joint pain or stiffness appears later in life, tomatoes are rarely suspected. But after 60, the body reacts differently. Tomatoes are part of the nightshade family, and they contain plant chemicals called alkaloids. One of these, solanine, is designed to protect the plant from predators. In sight-sensitive human bodies, especially aging ones, it can trigger inflammation. For people with arthritis, autoimmune conditions, or nerve sensitivity, solanine may quietly worsen symptoms such as morning, joint stiffness, aching knees or hands, nerve tingling, muscle weakness. And here's what makes it tricky. The reaction isn't immediate. There's no dramatic stomach pain. Instead, inflammation builds slowly week after week until movement feels harder and balance feels less certain. Research helps explain why. Studies published in the Journal of Neurology, Neurosurgery and Psychiatry show that alkaloids like solanine can interfere with acetylcholine, a chemical your nerves use to communicate with muscles. When that communication weakens, coordination suffers. That can lead to weaker muscles, slower reflexes, unsteady steps, higher fall risk. This matters deeply after 60, because one fall can change everything. Now, tomatoes aren't bad foods. They contain lycopene, which does have health benefits. But health isn't about nutrients on paper. It's about how your body responds. If tomatoes leave you feeling stiff, sore, or foggy, your body may be telling you something important. The good news: there are gentler options. Carrots provide antioxidant protection without joint irritation. Squash supports muscles and digestion. Leafy greens nourish nerves and reduce inflammation. And if you love tomatoes, you don't have to give them up entirely. Use them sparingly. Cook them thoroughly. Pair them with anti-inflammatory foods like olive oil or fatty fish. Small changes can lead to noticeable relief, because aging well isn't about giving things up. It's about choosing what keeps you moving freely. Vegetable number 4. Potatoes. Potatoes are one of the most comforting foods in the world. Mashed, baked, roasted, fried, they're familiar, filling, and often associated with home-cooked meals. But after the age of 60, potatoes can quietly undermine mobility, nerve health, and metabolic stability. The main issue isn't fat, it's not calories, it's glycemic load. Potatoes raise blood sugar extremely fast. In fact, a single baked potato can spike blood glucose as rapidly as a can of soda. And that matters more with age. As we get older, insulin sensitivity naturally declines. The body doesn't clear glucose as efficiently. Blood sugar stays elevated longer. Repeated spikes create a chain reaction, increased strain on the pancreas, higher risk of insulin resistance and diabetes, damage to small nerves especially in the feet and legs, increased inflammation throughout the body. This directly affects balance, coordination, and walking confidence. Research strongly supports this concern. A large Harvard study following more than 200,000 adults found that daily potato consumption significantly increased the risk of type 2 diabetes. Even more striking, frequent French fry consumption raised diabetes risk by 33%. That's not occasional enjoyment. That's repeated exposure. And there's another layer to consider. Potatoes are part of the nightshade family. For many older adults, nightshades add additional inflammatory stress, especially in joints and nerves. So potatoes deliver a double hit: rapid blood sugar spikes, plus potential inflammation. The good news: you don't need to give up satisfying meals. There are better options that protect metabolic health while still feeling filling. Cauliflower, low glycemic, anti-inflammatory, and versatile. Turnips, stable blood sugar and rich in minerals. Carrots, naturally sweet but far gentler on glucose levels. If you do choose to eat potatoes, preparation matters. Always boil them, not bake or fry. And always combine them with fiber and protein to slow glucose absorption. Bottom line, potatoes feel harmless, but after 60, they can quietly erode metabolic health, affecting nerves, balance, and long-term independence. Smart aging isn't about deprivation. It's about choosing foods that keep you steady on your feet. The 4 best vegetables to eat after 60. Vegetable number 1. Broccoli. If there's one vegetable that truly earns its reputation after the age of 60, it's broccoli. Broccoli isn't just healthy. It's a collagen-protecting powerhouse, and collagen is the foundation of everything that keeps you moving comfortably: your joints, your skin, your blood vessels, your bones. After 60, collagen production naturally declines. And once collagen breaks down faster than it's rebuilt, stiffness, weakness, and fragility begin to show. That's where broccoli stands out. First, vitamin C. Broccoli delivers more than 80% of your daily vitamin C needs in just 1 cup. Vitamin C isn't optional for collagen, it's required. Without enough vitamin C, your body cannot properly form or repair collagen fibers. That means joints recover more slowly, skin thins faster, and blood vessels lose elasticity. Next is vitamin K. Vitamin K plays a critical role in directing calcium into bones where it belongs. Without adequate vitamin K, calcium can drift into soft tissues instead of strengthening bones. Broccoli helps protect against that. Then there's broccoli's most powerful compound, sulforaphane. Sulforaphane blocks enzymes that actively break down cartilage. This is not theoretical. A study published in Arthritis and Rheumatology found that sulforaphane helped protect joint cartilage from degeneration, something especially important for aging knees, hips, and hands. But broccoli doesn't stop there. It also supports blood vessel elasticity, helping maintain healthy circulation, brain health, by reducing oxidative stress. Immune strength, which naturally declines with age. Broccoli is one of the rare vegetables that supports movement, cognition, and resilience all at once. To get the most benefit, preparation matters. Lightly steam broccoli rather than overcooking it. This preserves vitamin C and activates sulforaphane without destroying nutrients. Bottom line, broccoli doesn't just support aging. It actively protects the structures that allow you to stay strong, mobile, and independent. That's why it earns the top spot. Vegetable number 2, kale. Kale is often called a superfood, and in this case, the title is deserved. For adults over 60, kale is one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables you can eat, especially when it comes to protecting bones, joints, and collagen. Just 1 cup of kale delivers an extraordinary nutritional package. It provides nearly 90% of your daily vitamin C needs, a vitamin your body depends on to produce and maintain collagen. Without enough vitamin C, collagen fibers weaken, joints lose cushioning, skin thins, blood vessels become less elastic. Kale helps slow the process. Even more impressive is its vitamin K content. 1 cup of kale provides over 600% of your daily vitamin K requirement. Vitamin K plays a critical role in bone density. It acts like an anchor, locking calcium into the bone matrix where it belongs. Without adequate vitamin K, calcium can't do its job effectively, even if you're consuming enough of it. That's why kale is especially valuable after 60, when fracture risk rises and bone strength becomes a priority. Kale also contains powerful antioxidants, including beta-carotene, which supports skin, immune, and collagen health, lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect the eyes, blood vessels, and connective tissue. These antioxidants help shield collagen From oxidative damage, the silent process that accelerates aging in joints and skin, to get the most benefit, lightly cook kale instead of eating it raw. This improves digestion and nutrient absorption. Bottom line, kale isn't just nutritious, it's structural support for your bones, joints, and tissues, and that's why it earns the number to spot. Vegetable number 3, okra. Okra is often overlooked. It doesn't get flashy headlines. It isn't trendy, and many people underestimate it. But for adults over 60, okra is a hidden gem, especially for gut health, joints, and collagen support. What makes okra unique is its natural mucilage. That slightly slippery texture isn't a flaw, it's a benefit. Mucilage forms a gentle protective layer along the gut lining. This helps shield the intestines from irritation, improve nutrient absorption, support a healthier gut barrier, and here's why that matters. A healthy gut absorbs nutrients more efficiently, especially nutrients your body needs to protect collagen, joints, and connective tissue. Without proper absorption, even the best diet can fall short. Okra's mucilage also helps hydrate joints and cartilage, supporting smoother movement and reducing stiffness. In addition to this unique property, okra provides key nutrients including vitamin C, which supports collagen production, folate, essential for cell repair, vitamin K, which supports bone strength. Research shows okra helps reduce inflammation and supports connective tissue integrity, making it especially valuable for aging joints and muscles. Bottom line, okra may not be popular, but it's powerful. For seniors, it quietly supports digestion, nutrient absorption, and joint comfort, all in one simple vegetable. Vegetable number 4, carrots. Carrots deserve their place on this list. After 60, they are one of the easiest ways to support collagen health naturally. Carrots are packed with beta-carotene, which converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for tissue repair and structural strength. It helps strengthen skin, support joint cushioning, protect blood vessels. Carrots also provide vitamin C, giving your body to essential nutrients needed for collagen support. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that higher beta-carotene intake is linked to better collagen structure and reduced skin aging. This makes carrots valuable not just for appearance but for mobility and circulation. To maximize benefits, always pair carrots with healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or nuts. Beta-carotene is fat-soluble and absorption improves dramatically with fat. Bottom line, carrots are simple, affordable, and powerful. After 60, they help protect collagen, support joints, and keep tissues strong, making them a smart daily choice. Not every green on your plate deserves your trust. After 60, staying healthy isn't luck, it's about making smart, informed choices every single day. Because the cost of eating well, it's nothing compared to the cost of losing your independence and freedom to move. So, make every meal count. Don't just eat to survive, eat to thrive, to heal, to protect your body. You don't age just because the years go by. You age when you stop prioritizing what's best for your body. My wish for you, stay steady, stay strong, and walk with the strongest legs possible every day, no exceptions. Your health and independence are your most valuable assets. Protect them fiercely, live fully, and keep moving forward.